What's happening, everyone? Welcome to Positive Vibes Session 5, hosted by Unique Talent CIC. All of our details are in the top right hand corner if you need to get in contact with us. Thank you for everyone who's come to all the sessions so far, sessions 1 to 5. I'm not going to recap on this one because we're now deep into it. If you've not been to any of the sessions, they are all available on YouTube. And if you haven't got access to internet or anything like that, we can send them over to you. So just let me, Russell, or Michael know, and we'll get them sent over to you straight away. So this is session 5 of our music production workshops. This is a whole new level of music. This is what we're doing now. We're taking things to a whole new level. There's no messing about. You've started to develop your business plan, but how do you take your music to a whole new level? How do you take your career to a whole new level? We're going to touch on some of these things. You may have a lot of this already yourself, all right? So I'm not going to preach to the converted. I'm gonna allow you to pick up on tips that can help you. Some of this may be useful, some of it you may already know, but take what you can from this workshop and apply it. Application and knowledge is a big thing. So just apply it, make it happen, take your music career to the next level. The session outcomes today is how to utilize visual images and video. That's what we're going to talk about today as well. Some quirky, unique selling points. We've spoken about unique selling points in the past, but we're going to talk about some quirky ones that can really make you stand out. Yeah, separating yourself from the millions of music artists that are already out there as well. But we're going to go into a lot of detail on that as well. So let's start with video production. Yeah, if you haven't made a music video yet, I urge you to get one done. Before that, have you even created an album? Have you even created an EP? EP is a shorter album, so maybe about 5 or 6 songs. Whereas an album, you got about 12 to 15 tracks. All depends on what you want to put on there. So before even video production, have you created an album? Have you put together a piece of music, a piece of artwork, a collection of music? Have you put something together? If you've not done that, let's get back to the drawing board. Get together something you can show people. Get something you can share with people. Get something that's going to get you started. You cannot call yourself an artist. Now, this is a bold thing I'm going to say here. You cannot call yourself a music artist if you don't have a piece of music or a collection of music to show people or to share with people. You know, if you're walking by and people say to you, "What do you do?" and you say to someone, "I'm a music artist." Do you have a business card? Now, your business card would be your music album or a link to your website or a link to iTunes or Spotify where they can find your piece of production. Yeah, that is the foundations. If you haven't got that, back to the drawing board. Meet with us. Let's get this done. You need to have a piece of music, even if it's a mini EP with 3 songs. Yeah, not going to cost much. It's a small investment into your own career. If you're going to take it serious, you have to have this. This is like the foundations. It's like a business card. So I urge you, I want to encourage you, make sure you've got an EP, a mini EP at the minimum. If you've got an EP, if you've got an album, great. Now, a lot of people I know procrastinate. That means they make music or they write their songs or they write their lyrics and they sit on it and they don't do anything with it. Don't be one of those people. Don't have your music sitting there, loads of talent, and you're not doing nothing with it. Me, I would encourage you, get it produced, get it recorded to a high quality, get your production going. And even if you've got it there, you've got something to show. If you bump into an agent or you bump into an A&R, you've got something to present, you've got something to show, you've got something to give, you've got a tangible product ready to go. You cannot call yourself an artist if you haven't got these basics within the music game. And yeah, just really want to encourage you because the next step after that is a music video production. Yeah. So I encourage you. You know, there's channels like Vivo. There's channels like there's so many different channels out there right at the moment that you can go onto. You can get your videos put onto. Some of it may cost, and again, like I said, music is a business, and you will have to invest in yourself. You will have to save. We spoke about the potential of you having to get a second job to fund some of your music career. To get an EP will cost you. It's going to cost you at least maybe even £1,000 at the bare minimum for studio time, for recording, for mastering, for getting your artwork of the photos produced, for getting it loaded online, your time. So a minimum of £1,000 for a mini EP. An album can cost anything £5 grand upwards. It's expensive stuff. But like I said, this is why you've got to have a business plan. This is not cheap stuff. This is a big investment. So you want to see a return on your investment. So you've got to put in a plan. You've got to get this done properly. Now, Today we're talking about taking yourself to a whole new level, separating yourself from the rest. Now, having a tangible product is one thing. Most people in the music game have this. They have something to show. So if you meet someone on the streets today and you say to them, yeah, I'm an artist, their first thing I'm going to say to you is, can you share me something? Or have you got a link to your work? So it's key. What will separate you from the rest is always having CDs or always having an album on you, ready to go, ready to give it to someone, just like a business card. So if someone says to me, what do you do? I'm an agent. I'm a football agent. Bam. What do I have to have? I have to have my business card ready. You need to have your mini EP as a bare minimum ready to go. Or if not a mini EP in a physical format, a digital link ready to go. What would really separate you from the rest is if you had a business card, yeah, with all your links, social media, Instagram, Twitter, download links to where they can buy your mini EP as a bare minimum. Hopefully you'd have an album link on there, yeah? But a link to where they can get all these things from with your website, all that sort of stuff. This is what separates you from the rest. There's not many artists out there now that I know that have business cards with all their details on, ready to go, ready to promote, ready to give out. These are the things that will take you to the next level. And you should be giving this out every minute, every conversation you're having. I'm a recording artist. I'm a professional recording artist. Those should be the words that ring off your tongue. I'm a professional recording artist. Cool. Have you got a snapshot of what you do? Bam, here's my card, all the links. People are reminded, they don't have to write it down. It's quick, it's easy, it's snappy. This is what separates you. This is what takes you to the next level. On there, hopefully, to really take you to the next level and separate you from the rest, you've got links to your videos. Yeah, and it's important to connect with your audience. It's important that people get to see you, not just listen to you. They want to see you. They want to see what your persona is about. They want to see what your image is about. They want to see a visual connection with what the music that's been pumping out, and that's what takes you to the next level as well. Having videos is so vital, so important. Yes, they are costly, very costly. To get a good video, industry standard, high definition, all the cameras and the drones going in the sky and all that sort of stuff, some real visual effects going on. It's going to cost you 5k. You can get it done cheaper, but if you want videos at that next level, that higher production, that include all the visuals and all the different effects and different things, you're going to have to spend some big money. Yeah, and these are the things that separate you and take you to the next level. And then, if you really want to be taken to the next level, you need to invest in someone who knows what they're doing on social media. Someone on social media who can really get into the nitty gritty and really support you with the hashtags and getting you on the Google analytics and taking you to the next level. So when people search for a type of music, link to your business plan and link to your target audience. So you put in the hashtags, you put in the connections and the different themes that you want to get across and who you're targeting, whether that's retro, whether that's flamboyant, whether that's girly, whether that's whatever it is. Yeah, these are the sort of links and connections you need to get into. When someone's searching for a type of music, you will come up in that search, you will come up when they're looking for it. Not only that, when they're searching for an artist like Rihanna, as we've got here, if your music's similar to her, you should link to her straight away. Yeah. And this is what takes you to the next level. This is what boosts you to the next level. And this is what takes your music to a whole new height. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you've not got an EP, get one done. Mini EP at the bare minimum. Get 3 of your songs that you've been sitting on for years. Get them recorded. Don't sit around no longer. Forget investing in trainers. If you're taking your music industry serious, get 3 songs recorded. Get someone to produce an album artwork cover for you. And if you've got a little bit more money, get a video done. One of those 3 songs, get a video done. Push it out there. Let everyone know. And then my encouragement for you, action number 3, get a business card done to connect people to all of those links. So a link to your social media sites, a link to your website where they can download your music, a link to where all your music is available. Everything on one card. Everywhere you go, you should be giving that card to people. That is your promotional tool. This is what separates you from the rest. Now, just think about it now. How many artists do you know right now that have all of these things done, sealed? Not many. Not many. A lot of people procrastinate and they don't get these simple things done. These are the things that will take you to the next level. Yeah, but that's what we're talking about today. Separate yourself from the rest. If you're taking your music industry and your music career serious, take yourself to the next level. If you are one of those who's done a lot of things and things ain't progressing, get your cards, because every day you should be giving out cards. Check out my music, support me. And when people have got those cards, it's a nice reminder. They won't forget you. They will look at the card, they'll pull it on their desk, and they will chase you up and they will share it with other people as well. Cards ain't expensive. So, taking your brand to the next level. How do you take your brand to the next level? Now, listen, there are millions of artists out there right now. Yeah. So, what truly separates you from those millions? In fact, we could even go true worldwide, probably billions of artists out there trying to push their music and trying to get their music across. And I would say millions of those are the same lyrics, same conversations, same image. It's black and white stuff. I'd say a million of those people are doing the same thing, looking the same image, same discussions, same sound, same beats. Nothing ain't changing. Yeah. So why would someone choose you in a bucket of a million if you're no different to a million other people? Yeah. And that's the $1 million question. Yeah. You need to separate yourself from those millions of people. What makes you stand out, even if it's one significant thing. So you look on the left here, I've put three artists, old school artists and a new artist. Now these three artists have separated themselves to be different from the millions of people. They stand out. When you hear their sound, for example, let's look at DWE first. DWE is a great one. I like this guy. People used to mock him and cuss him and say, you're a sound machine. But listen, as soon as DWE goes on stage and says, ooh, that is it. He gets a rewind before the tune even finishes. Yeah, this is what separates him. People know no one can't copy him. That's his trademark. As soon as he comes on stage and says that, ooh, people know who it is. They know him. That's his trademark. You can't beat that. Yeah, and most of what's controversial, he's got people talking about him. Yeah, he's got people talking about him. Like, even if they're mocking you, people are talking about you. You're trending. Your name gets out there. This is what separates you from the rest. So as soon as most of DWE's tracks, you will listen at the beginning. He says, but, or he will always say, ooh, all of his songs, and that is him putting a trademark. That's like him putting a logo on his music, but verbally putting a logo on there. And that's what you've got to do. I'm not saying be a sellout and making yourself sound silly and becoming a sound machine. I'm saying, think quirky. What from your music, the music that you've got already, or the music that you're producing, what separates you? Yeah. What separates you? Is your flow different? Do you have a different flow? Is your flow quirky? Do you include singing on your thing? Does your songs include poetry? Does your songs include, a breakdown of talking and discussions? What are you going to do that's bold on your songs to separate you from the rest that are out there at the moment? Yeah. Let's look at Scratchy. Again, Scratchy is very similar to DWE. Scratchy uses sounds to separate himself from the rest. He does I'm not even going to do his sound because it's very silly, but his sound, it signifies who's on the track. You know straight away that's Scratchy. Same with DWE, you know straight away that's him. Yeah. Now, at the bottom, someone more recent, more current, 6ix9ine. This artist now, he's gone with the more visual, his look. Yeah. And also some of his rapping as well, but his fashion, his design, the way he looks. If you look at his hairstyle, he's got a funky, Krusty the Clown looking hairstyle. That takes some guts. but he's a trendsetter, and I rate him for that. Anyone who sets trends, I rate them because they're not followers, they're leaders. And this guy don't care. He's got tattoos all over his forehead. He's got Krusty the Clown coloured hair. And listen, 10 years ago that would have looked weird. Someone would have thought he's got issues. He needs to go to a mental health home. He's not right. But the guy has separated himself. As soon as that image comes up, people know who it is straight away. 6ix9ine, straight away they know who it is. He's got the 6ix9ine tattooed on his forehead. Very bold stuff. Crazy looking, but listen, icon stuff. Lady Gaga, all these different people, bold images. There's loads of other artists we can mention out there already. Rappers, old school. Let's go back in the day. Rappers, Eminem. Yeah, the fact that he was a white rapper, and he had a significant sounding voice. He was ready to clash and diss people and didn't care what he said. These are the sort of things we got to look for as well. Have you got your flow on lock? If you're a rapper, have you got your flow on lock? If you're a singer, is your singing style different to the rest, or is it just another copy of what's out there already? Yeah. These are the things that will take you to the next level. Now, I would encourage anyone to lock down your flow. If you're a rapper, lock down your flow. This is what's going to take you to the next level. Lock down your flow, be a trendsetter, and get it right. Yeah. Or are you someone who jumps in and out of different flows and bobs and weaves? That can work as well. Or if you're just going to use a basic flow and have What are you talking about? Are you talking about things that are interesting? Are you talking about controversial things that no one else is willing to talk about? Are you putting your neck on the line with some of the conversations you're talking about? And is your conversation going to stir change and stir conversation and get a whole hype going and get a trend going as well? So there's so many things you can do. It can be your image, it can be your visual sound, it can be your physical look, it can be the things that you're talking about, physically talking about, the content. Yeah. It could even be your videos. Your videos can be controversial, but what is separating you from a needle in a haystack? So now, how will people separate you from those thousands or millions of needles in a haystack? Or are you just the same metal pin in a haystack that looks the same, can't separate it from the rest? Why am I going to go and buy you when I can buy someone who is already established and popular? That's what you got to ask yourself. Now, if you're not doing some of these things and putting things that are going to take you to the next level and separate you from the rest, you're going to find it difficult to blow up. You're going to find it very difficult to blow up. Yeah. So there's lots of ideas out there and lots of things you can do. And for me, I don't want no one to have to compromise their integrity and what they stand for. So there's so many things you can do. That can be, you know, it could be cussing the government. You know, Stormzy did it. Big thing, got him blown up. It can be including poetry. It can be an improved and a whole higher level of improved music production and creativity in your songs. It can be the way you produce your songs. It can be the use of new sounds that no one's used before. It could be maybe you using beatboxing as your sound. You know, people are not doing this. And most importantly, I would say to you, listen to what your followers want. What do your followers want? Who are you targeting? What do you stand for? What is your brand? Stick to that. That's your USP. But make sure you're really highlighting and emphasizing that so people know you. So when they hear your stuff, when they look at you, when they see you, you come with a certain image. There was a lady who I know, and every time she goes to meetings, she'd have a certain color hair, and that was her thing. She'd stand out, and if people didn't remember her name, the lady with the red hair or the lady with the pink hair, whatever it was. Yeah. Same with these people. The guy who makes the funny noise voice, stuff like that. All right. So that's my encouragement to every single one of you. Make yourself stand out. Take your brand to the next level. Yeah. And when you take your brand to the next level, you can start dipping into non-traditional income streams, making money differently. So that could be through the clothing. You could be setting trend through new clothing styles that no one else is willing to do. 6ix9ine is a prime example. There's so many artists out there right now that are borderline on you could call it cross dress with some people, to be fair to you. But again, what are you willing to do? Where are you willing to go to make money in different angles? Are you willing to create a new clothing line to complement your music and your brand? Yeah. Could you put your music? I've put this as a random one, but could you put your music on a USB stick where you can give it out and get it mass produced and secure it? Now, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, people will just copy my music." No, there's ways you can secure a memory stick, so people can just plug it into their computer, plug it into their car. Most cars now, I don't know if you've noticed, but the newer cars come with a USB stick. Computers come with USB stick. Everything's got a USB stick. You can even convert a USB stick to your phones. So my phone that I've got, it comes with a USB stick converter. So it goes into your phone and it's got the USB thing, so it can go on this. USB sticks are quite good, quite quirky, nice and small. No one buys CDs no more. You don't really see people buying CDs. They're done. So you could give out USB sticks, be the trend setter, and sell them for a good little price as well. People pick them up. They're nice and easy. Put it in your pocket, get your branding put on there, little image on there, and bam, you're out there. Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't think about organizing their own events. This is a big one. Organize your own events and then, you know, get big names on the event. Yes, you're almost organizing a festival, yeah, and then you will be the headline alongside big names. Bam, you're jumping on other people's hypes. You're getting yourself out there. You're the headliner. But what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to put a business plan together. But listen, events sell, events make money. I know we're in a lockdown right now, we're in a pandemic, but events make money, events sell. And if you can get big names, one or two big names, and you're alongside those names, guess what? You're putting yourself up there with those big names. But again, this is non-traditional. This is you organizing your own event and putting yourself on the lineup as well. Now, money talks. If you're willing to get the money and put it aside and pay, that will get you up there. You can even pay for features on your songs as well. Are you willing to invest in your music on that level? Not a lot of people do blogs, so conversations. Put your song out there, have a discussion about it as well. This can build a trend. This can get followers and people visiting sites is another way of making income. Like I said, with the clothing, you make money. You sell your brand. It's just like selling CDs, but the CDs don't sell no more. So clothing can sell alongside your music. So you can launch a new clothing line alongside the album, side and side. Um, Side by side, and then sell the USB sticks as well. So someone's got something tangible. Them days of tangible things have gone. People want something tangible, physical. It's difficult when you buy something and you can't even see it. It's just on the cloud. Nah, give someone something tangible, USB, so they've got best of both worlds. Yeah, and then the same with the event. You're organizing your own event. You get all the sales, all the income's yours. You're not going to be headlining or being part of someone else's festival. You are running the show. Get a team behind you. Get going. Do it properly yourself. And then, wow, why not set up your own radio station, plug your own music, plug other people's music, big music as well. Setting up digital radio stations these days are big, and the income streams from advertising and doing this is unlimited. It's never ending. Advertising on your own your radio website is a massive thing. And yeah, why not challenge other popular artists? That's a big one. Yeah, there's a big one at the moment with Wiley and Stormzy. Them two are going back and forth. But as an unknown artist, if you use political platforms and get on like the BBC, and we've been on there ourselves, and you start challenging big names and saying, "Listen, my music's better than yours. Your music ain't clean, or you're not living that life. Stop putting that music out there." Challenge people online, man. Challenge them. Challenge artists. If you think someone's wrong, be bold and challenge them. Because what that does, it builds trends. So if you're putting a video on YouTube trending someone, it builds trends, and ultimately it builds your brand, which brings in more income as well. So these are some of the non-traditional income streams to selling on iTunes or Spotify, or selling a CD, or doing a tour. Then those are your traditional ones. These are non-traditional, and the list goes on. There's so many other things you can do, but you have to get creative in the music industry right now, because relying on one income stream is not tangible no more. The money made from song sales is not the same as it used to be 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's changed. So now people have to get creative, and they have to start getting involved with other things. Why not launch a trainer or sneakers, or in America as they call it, alongside an album, but launch them side by side, and push that as well, whilst you're getting publicity for other things as well. So I'm talking about this today to get you to start thinking about other avenues, because the most important thing for the music industry is that it becomes sustainable for you. As soon as you don't see the income coming in, it can be demoralizing, and you put it on the back burner. And I've seen so many artists invest thousands into their music game, but they don't make it, and things are not going their way, and they give up. But they don't realize the time, the money, the effort they put into their music, all for what? Nothing. So don't be one of those people. Don't let your music and your time and your effort go to waste. Nice, brief, snappy. Link with your mentor, have a conversation. Add what I've said here into your business plan. Add it into the section of income streams, how you make money. That section we spoke about in session 2 or 3. How do you make money from your music, as an artist, or as a business? How do you make money? Add those income streams. This might have sparked a few ideas today. Add it in, yeah. And then next week we're going to talk about the law. So covering yourself, you have to cover yourself. You have to copyright your music, and we're going to cover this in a lot of detail, yeah. And then we're going to talk about getting serious about marketing. So really getting deep into marketing, because if you don't have a marketing plan alongside it, which is part of your business plan, there's no point in doing this. You have to sell yourself in this game. That is me. I'm over and out. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'm here to help. Wishing you all the best. And yeah, we'll speak soon.